Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. Gonna read through the full article pretty much. There's a link in the description. It is a tragedy. If you do like the content, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. I will let you know that I'm perhaps late in regards to this. I made a video in regards to this article yesterday. I experienced an audio issue, so I'm redoing it. And I dare say that there are some updated details out there, but I'm going to stick with this article here. 48 migrants have been found dead in an abandoned trailer in a Texas human smuggling incident. So we can see the trailer there, but let me show you some better images. So this is the type of vehicle, just so that you know. It's probably, I think you'd say this is a 16 wheeler, is that right? An 18 wheeler, I don't know. And then you've got this kind of trailer, so a transport trailer. And I believe in America you guys call this a tractor trailer. Yeah, you call them tractor trailers. I don't know why you call them that, but there it is. And I think these yellow things that you see are body bags. So I presume the officers had to remove the bodies from the trailer, I would presume. Police near San Antonio report that 48 migrants are dead and at least 16 others were transported to local hospitals after being locked inside a tractor trailer. It says 2 more died after receiving medical care. I'm not sure if that means that the current death toll is 48. I imagine that it is higher than that at this point. A worker found the tractor trailer on the southwest side of San Antonio on a back road near Interstate 35. And it tells us down here that a worker heard cries for help coming from inside the trailer. The worker opened the partially open door and observed dead migrants inside. Presumably they called the authorities at that point. 46 migrants were declared dead on the scene or at area hospitals, and at least 16 others were taken to area hospitals. The dead on the scene figure was later revised to 48. Okay, and they've suggested that they don't know whether or not the driver of the vehicle was a part of the human smuggling team or not. Well, here's my guess. Yes, that would be my guess. Maybe that's wrong of me to say, but I would guess, could be entirely wrong, of course, but I would guess that the driver would kind of like have a sense if there were 60 human beings in the back of the trailer. If that's what he was transporting, he or she was transporting, I would have thought he would have had an understanding of that. But then what do I know? So that's all we do know. There's not too much more to say about the incident. It's an absolute tragedy, of course. And the article does tell us of another similar incident that occurred earlier this month. So we do know that human smuggling operations use these kind of vehicles, this kind of setup, tractor trailers, you call it in America. But there was an incident, I'm quite sure it was in Europe. Can't remember the country. Maybe it was England, maybe it was elsewhere. But there was a number of deaths, like 30 or 40. An incident happened, maybe it was a couple of years ago now. But this is the state of the world. This is the state of the world. You have third world countries in which the people there are desperate to enter so-called first world countries, and the United States is deemed as a so-called first world country. Not sure if I agree with that designation, but they're desperate and they will put their finances on the line, whatever money they can muster, or really they pledge their own labor to the human smugglers. Get me in America, I will work for you for pennies on the dollar, like an indentured slave, or indeed an indentured sex slave. And in so doing, these migrants put themselves at risk of exploitation, or guaranteed exploitation, and at risk of death, at risk of mistreatment, at risk of rape. So it's a terrible, terrible situation. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to tell you my political views. I don't like getting too political on this channel because people have different political views, and one view offends the other, somebody with an opposing view. So I do tend to avoid that, but I'm going to state it in any case. I'm pro border. I'm pro the border wall. I am anti illegal immigration. I view illegal immigrants as exactly what they are, criminal. And I believe it's something which ought to be stopped, really, from the point of view of the host country. For example, America. Why should American citizens have to bear the cost of supporting illegal immigrants? Because it is a cost. You can pretend that it isn't, but it is huge costs involved. Various kinds, welfare, stealing gerbs. There are costs involved, and of course protecting against crossing the border with ICE and whatever else, border patrol. There are costs involved, absolutely, no question, no point in arguing about it. So that's typically the reasoning that I come from. But the another aspect to that is how much of a danger this is to the migrants, to the illegal immigrants. I mean, not only being subject to the potential to die by being put in dangerous conditions, such as being stuck in a tractor trailer, which is not fit to transport humans. Not only are you at risk of such things and rape by the handlers and such, but also being an indentured slave, or again indentured sex slave. It's terrible all around. Who wins? I don't see any winners. It's a bad situation. So I do hope that the investigation does yield some results, that they're able to make a dent in this particular, whatever you would call it, but this particular human trafficking, smuggling operation, this particular cartel, this particular gang. But it's just going to be one venture for these gangs, isn't it? This is just one tractor trailer. This is just 60 people, 65 people. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to belittle the tragedy, but I'm trying to make the point that they have plenty of other tractor trailers filled with dozens, perhaps even hundreds of other humans. How many of them are on the road? A lot. We don't know the exact answer. Maybe there are hundreds on the road every day. We don't know. But certainly it's more than one. So what's my point there? My point is the investigators, even if they get some results, and they'll perhaps be lucky if they do, in regards to arresting leading human smugglers within their given network, within their given cartel or such, there's going to be plenty of other Hydra heads that will spring up. Plenty of others. Seemingly, human smuggling is as profitable, as established as drug smuggling. Seemingly, that's my take on it. Maybe not as fruitful, but certainly it's a fruitful avenue for these gangs, these cartels, these criminal organizations. So I don't see how it's going to stop. How are you going to stop it? You're not going to stop it. It's just going to carry on. So we're gonna see probably more of this type of thing moving forward. Probably more. How are they going? What's going to stop it? The only thing that would stop it would be if the cartels decide to get a little bit smarter and have better cooling, or better access to water or such in such transportation systems. That's the only angle things are going to get better. Other than that, if they decide not to do that, then we're going to see this type of thing every now and then, every couple of months. Well, as I say, the article goes to tell us that there was another similar incident earlier this month. So yeah, it's going to happen more and more and more. Going to wrap things up here, guys. This has been a complete waste of time. Perhaps it hasn't. If it hasn't, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and take care. Thanks.